A title can give you authority, but only purpose gives you influence. You can be the CEO, the team leader, the manager, and still not be a real leader. Why? Because leadership is not about power. It's about purpose. It's not about controlling others. It's about inspiring them. You don't lead just because you're at the top. You lead because you carry a vision that lights the path for others. A position gives you a seat. A purpose gives you a reason. You may be promoted. You may have a bigger desk, a title plate, even a room with your name on it. But that's not leadership. That's structure. The world doesn't need more people in charge. It needs more people on fire, burning with a mission, driven by meaning, and committed to something bigger than themselves. People don't follow positions. They follow passion. No one wakes up inspired by your title. They don't say, "Wow, he's a regional manager. I feel motivated now." No. What moves people is your fire, your clarity, your conviction. It's how you carry yourself when times are tough. It's how you speak when others are silent. It's how you rise when everything falls apart. The world is tired of bosses. It's hungry for leaders. We've seen enough people shouting orders, chasing profits, and building empires for ego. We've seen enough fake smiles, polished presentations, and empty promises. What we need now is authenticity. We need heart. We need people who lead not just to be seen, but to serve. Not to be praised, but to uplift. True leaders don't seek followers. They create more leaders. That's the magic of purpose-driven leadership. When your mission is pure, you're not trying to control people, you're trying to empower them. You're not intimidated by others growing. You're invested in it. You don't hoard knowledge. You share it. You don't take credit. You give it. Your position may open doors, but your purpose builds bridges. A position might give you access. It might help you make connections, attend meetings, get on the stage. But it's your purpose that connects you to hearts, that makes people trust you, believe in you, fight for your vision. Even when you're not in the room, you can't fake purpose. People can feel the difference. They can tell when you re-talking from a script versus when you re-speaking from the soul. They can sense when you care versus when you're pretending. Purpose doesn't need volume. It doesn't need a spotlight. It speaks through your actions, through consistency, through the way you treat people when no one's watching. Leadership isn't about being the loudest. It's about being the clearest. A leader with purpose doesn't need to shout. Their life speaks for them. Their work speaks louder than their words. Their values echo through every decision. Their integrity is visible in every step. Purpose brings clarity, and clarity is power. Your team isn't looking for a perfect leader. They're looking for a present one. They want someone who listens, someone who lifts, someone who admits when they're wrong and grows with the team, not above it. They don't care how many degrees you have. They care whether you understand them, whether you have their back, whether your mission includes them, not just you. Position demands respect. Purpose earns it. When you lead with position, people obey because they have to. When you lead with purpose, people follow because they want to. One is fueled by fear, the other by belief. One creates robots, the other builds warriors. Which kind of leader are you becoming? A leader without purpose is just a manager with power. Power without purpose is dangerous. It becomes selfish. It becomes toxic. It turns leadership into domination. But purpose turns leadership into legacy, into something sacred, something eternal, something that echoes even after you're gone. Purpose protects you from ego. It reminds you that it's not about you. It's about the mission, about the people, about the cause. When you forget your purpose, you start leading for applause, for titles, for image. But when you're rooted in purpose, even if no one sees you, you still lead like the world is watching. Every great leader in history led with purpose first. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't hold a powerful position, but his purpose moved nations. Mother Teresa wasn't a CEO, but her purpose touched millions. They didn't wait for a title. They walked with truth, with faith, with fire. That's the kind of leadership the world remembers. The question isn't, do you have a position? The question is, do you have a purpose? Because purpose gives you direction. It becomes your compass when the path is unclear. It becomes your anchor when the storm hits. It becomes your fuel when the tank is empty. With purpose, you don't just survive. You lead forward. You don't find your purpose. You live your way into it. Purpose isn't always loud. It starts small, in the way you serve one person, in how you handle failure, in how you stay honest even when lying would be easier. Purpose isn't a big announcement. It's a quiet commitment that builds over time. You don't need a title to lead. You just need to start. Start by leading yourself. Be disciplined. Be intentional. Do the hard things without waiting for someone to notice. Serve when no one is clapping. Speak up when others are silent. The moment you lead yourself with purpose, you're already a leader. Lead in your home. Lead in your school. Lead in your circle. Leadership isn't about stages. It's about responsibility. If you see a problem, solve it. If you see someone falling, lift them. You don't need permission. You just need courage. Your purpose gives you the authority no position can. Purpose makes pain meaningful. Every setback becomes a lesson. Every failure becomes fuel. Every betrayal becomes clarity. When you lead with purpose, pain doesn't break you. It builds you. You no longer run from challenges. You face them because you know what you're fighting for. Don't chase power. Chase purpose. And power will follow. The irony is, the more you lead with your heart, the more people give you their trust. The more you focus on impact, the more influence you gain. Power earned through purpose is stronger than any badge, any title, any promotion. Lead like someone's future depends on you. Because it does. Your courage might inspire someone else to speak. Your kindness might stop someone from quitting. Your persistence might give someone permission to try again. When you lead with purpose, your life becomes a lighthouse. You never know who you're saving. You're not here just to make a living. You're here to make a difference. That's the call of leadership. It's not about climbing up. It's about reaching down, pulling others up, building bridges, leaving the world better than you found it. If your leadership doesn't lift others, it's not leadership. It's ego. The world changes when ordinary people lead with extraordinary purpose. You don't have to be famous. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing. Willing to care. Willing to show up. Willing to act. Your position may retire someday, but your purpose won't. One purpose-driven leader can ignite a generation. Why not you? Why not now? Why not let your life be the reason someone else doesn't give up? Let your leadership be bigger than your job. Let it be rooted in something that matters. Let it be real. Let it be bold. So here's the real question. What are you leading with? Position or purpose? Because titles fade. Applause dies. But purpose? Purpose endures. It lives on in the lives you touch, in the dreams you spark, in the difference you make, even in silence. Be the kind of leader this world is desperate for. Not polished, not perfect, but real, grounded, humble, on fire with a mission, unshaken by failure, unbothered by image, and unwilling to settle for anything less than impact. You don't lead to be important. You lead because your purpose is too important to ignore. That's how legacies are built. That's how revolutions begin. That's how lives change. One purpose-driven decision at a time.